How would you deal in real life if you had a dog like that?
I wouldn't let him push me around. I don't think. But, I mean, it's an interesting relationship, you know? Like, ultimately, it's this friendship that they have. And Ryan is very trusting initially. And I think we're starting to see that Ryan is becoming a little bit more aware of Wilfred's manipulation ahead of time. But what Wilfred does do for Ryan, in addition to, or probably because of some of these naughty scenarios that he's put in, is that Ryan is living his life in a way that he'd never lived before. Not always in the healthiest way, but he had lived so cloistered and he'd never done anything for himself. And he's truly living now, and that's ultimately what Wilfred represents. But there's another way to look at it, which is that it's all in his head. And he's making himself do some really fucked up things.
Will it clarify at the end of the season whether this is all in his head or...
No, and we won't do that awful thing of it's all been a dream or any of that, because I think that's an absolute cop-out. No, it's not like that.
What was your director, and you mentioned that you were very committed to doing comedy. Can you talk about that process for you when dealing with comedy as opposed to the other types of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose like anything, I try and jump into any work that I do with the same amount of passion and dedication. And I kind of just jumped right into it and wasn't afraid. And you know, to be fair, I think Jason ultimately has more on his shoulders in regards to the comedy of the show. But a lot of what my responsibility is as an actor in this is to react to what he's doing and to the scenarios that he puts me in. But there is a fair amount of comedy that comes out of that as well. I don't know. I can't really speak to that. I guess I'm just always trying to do. I'm always trying to do what is right for the character and what is real for the character in that moment. And I even think what Jason does, even though it's surreal and strange, it also comes out of some kind of real place. I don't think either of us are overly playing to the comedy. It's hopefully coming out of something real, and it's certainly a lot of fun. Every day we would look at any of these scenarios that we were doing, we'd kind of like step back and have a look at it like, wow, this is really fucked up. but great, it was with great glee that we approached every day. It was a lot of fun.
What was your first impression with this project?
I found it hilarious. I mean, the pilot was my first impression. That was the first thing I was exposed to. And I thought the script was very funny and very unique and very different. Love the fact that it was done on FX and that I knew that it wouldn't be anesthetized by being on a regular sort of primetime network, you know, to cable networks. I knew we'd have some freedom to be as dark as the original. The fact that Jason was involved was huge as well. I knew that it would retain a lot of the integrity of the original show, particularly in that a lot of times when a show is being remade from a foreign country, they don't often include the original creator or the actors. So that was exciting.
Had you been looking to get into TV, or was this a script you found and you thought, okay, I really want to go after TV?
I think I was interested in television and exploring it, mainly actually for drama. Television's opened up so much in the last 5 years. There's some incredible writers and actors and directors that have moved to television, and there's some incredible storytelling taking place. And it's a beautiful medium for storytelling in that you can tell a story over multiple seasons, over multiple episodes. It really allows you to expound upon these characters. So I was interested to see, you know, the idea of being on a show like Mad Men or Breaking Bad was an exciting idea. But I was also looking for comedy too, and it's something I'd never really done. So this kind of was just, I read a few different scripts, and this was one of the last things that I read. So I fell in love with it.
Have you had the chance to follow The Hobbit, watching?
Oh, sure, all the diaries?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're awesome. Oh, yeah.
They're amazing. Are you getting a little homesick? Or?
Yeah, I am. It's like watching, it's very surreal. It's like watching my family carry on but it also, you know, I find it incredibly heartwarming and endearing too. You know? Oh shit!
Speaking of
What's happening? How's it going? Good.
I know. All fangirling out here.
My friends are going to be so jealous. Right here.
What?
That guy. Thank you so much.
Have fun. All right.
Thank you. I'm so sneaky. Miami.
Speaking of The Hobbit,
Did you know he was going to be here?
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it was him.
But not this.
Still a surprise.
So I'm from New Zealand. Where are you looking forward to going back?
I'm looking forward to going back to Wellington, visiting old friends, visiting some old haunts and restaurants. And just, you know, I think that's the experience I'm really looking forward to, is kind of going back, and it feels like a family reunion for me, and I think for a lot of them. You know, we've been kind of linked together for 12 years. You know, I went to New Zealand in 1999, and it's kind of wild that we all get to revisit this very, very significant time in all of our lives. I miss New Zealand. I don't get down there enough. It's been like a year and a half since I was
Yeah,
there.
you're trying to become citizens.
Yeah, we talked about it. Residency and citizenship, and I still am interested in getting a place there. I would love to do that, especially Wellington. Maybe something in situ.
What would be the first thing you do?
Probably call a few friends and go to a bar. Go to like the Matterhorn or go to a motel or something. I've desecrated the fountain once. It doesn't need it again.
Were you surprised that Peter wrote a part to have you come back for The Hobbit?
Yeah, well, considering the fact that Frodo doesn't exist in the book, yeah, I was pleased. You know, obviously, it's a treat for me. It's a total treat. And what they ultimately came up with is it makes sense. Like there's integrity to it. It's not ruining the book.